Today we're talking to St Albans City manager Ian Allinson at Clarence Park, where the Saints have recorded a first successive National League South victory with a 2-0 win over Concord Rangers. It was expected to be a tough match, Ian. It was certainly close most of the way through, but it looked like a thoroughly deserved 3 points overall.
In the end, I think we got on top and we managed to control it. I felt in the last 20-25 minutes, but up till then I thought it was a tough game. First sort of 20-25 minutes they came out the starting blocks quicker than us. I felt they created a couple of chances. Dean's had to make a worldie after about 20-25 minutes. We've cleared one off the line, and it was a tough game. And then we managed, probably against the run of play, we managed to get a goal just before half time, which sort of settled us down. And second half, I think they had sort of 10-15 minutes where they put us under a little bit of pressure. But I felt in the last sort of 30 minutes we got on top and started to control the game. I still would like to see us keep the ball better than what we did. I felt we give it away a couple of times in the second half, especially in that last 20 minutes when we needed to keep the ball. But overall, really pleased with the performance. And as you said there, their keepers made 1 or 2 saves with the crossbar, and we probably could have won a little bit more comfortable than we did in the end. Yeah,
that first goal came just at the right time, just before half time. Well read by David Noble, stepping there, got the ball away from the defender and struck it from outside the box.
Yeah, and to say David's done that a few times over the 2.5 years he's been here now. So no, it was needed because it just settled us down just before half time. And the main thing that we've been working on all week was about how we react to scoring a goal, because a lot of times we sort of react and score a goal, react, and then sort of go on our heels a little bit, and we've allowed teams back into the game. So it was important to sit out till half time, and then, as I say, once we had that, whether they're sort of 5-10 minutes of the second half, I felt we looked quite comfortable. They were putting a lot of balls in the box and not really causing us any problems. I felt the back three dealt with that quite comfortably, and then I felt we hit them on a counter-attack sort of 4 or 5 times in the second half, and a little bit more composure, or a little bit more quality, then we could have caused them more problems than we did. But as I say, more than happy to come away with a 2-0 victory against a very tough side.
We're talking of quality, that second goal. When Percy Benny dribbles the ball out of defence, I think you have palpitations. But that little run he did in the box before he got a second goal, that's like George Best.
Well, as I said before, sometimes he does do it in the wrong areas, and you're right, and he's done it many times on the edge of our 18-yard box, and we've got lucky with it. But no, I thought the lad was, as I say, he was outstanding today. I felt his whole performance in terms of the way he collected the ball, kept the ball and passed the ball, and that's what we've been working on. We're working so hard in training. He's only allowed 1 and 2 touches in training, because that's what he does in training. He tries to beat everybody. So we've had to nullify his touches in training. So he's coming on. He's doing all right. He's learning. He's taking things on board. He's working hard away from the club on some fitness. So and if he performs like that week in, week out, we're the ones that are going to benefit from that. But he certainly deserves his reward in terms of the man of the match today.
The defence took a lot of stick in the early weeks of the season, but you've changed it round, the personnel in there. That's now 2 successive home clean sheets and only 1 goal conceded in open play in 3 games.
Yeah, and it's something that we said at the time. We needed to have a look at it. I think we were loyal, as I said it before, last year, and we've kept some personnel and brought some new personnel in, and it's a shame because I didn't feel they were up to the standard of what we needed, and we brought some players in who have done a fantastic job for us over the last 3 weeks. Still, 1 or 2 areas we still need to work on, and some of the stuff I just think we'll get better as the season goes on. I've said it all along, but there's going to be some tough games in this league. We've seen it already. There's going to be some ups and downs, and the main thing is that we've managed to stop the goals going in, especially here at home, and we've managed to score goals and win games. But we've got a squad here, and I've said it before. Young Zane Banton hasn't even had a chance today, which is so disappointing. I'm disappointed for the boy because, on his performance when he came on last week, he was outstanding. Clovis has come in and joined us, but, we still need to get him into the pitch and get games under him. I decided to leave Solomon out today, and it's the first time in 18 months Solomon's not started a game for us. So we have a really good squad here. Ralston started on the bench, and Cal Da Costa's been great. He scored 2 goals in the last couple of weeks coming off the bench. He's nearly scored again today when he's come off. So the squad's good. And as I said, at any one stage I could play any of that 16 as a starting 11, and I'd feel comfortable that we can win that game of football. So some of the players have got to be patient, some of the subs have got to be patient, because as I said before, we can only pick 11. But I'm really satisfied with the squad. We've got to see how Richard is over the next 24-48 hours, but at the moment it doesn't look great, so we'll have to just take that into consideration as we go in to prepare for the Whiteleaf game next week.
Yeah, you mentioned Richard there. Richard Show Silver, who's slotted into the back 4 really well since you brought him in, and that's really the only downbeat note today, his first half injury.
Well, it is, especially what he felt that the leg gave away, which is a bit of a worry. he's actually reacted a little bit better than we thought from having some ice and some treatment on it, and it has settled down. It's a little bit sore at the moment, but we'll have to just see how it is on Monday, and hopefully we can assess it more as we go into the week. But you know, hopefully it's not going to be too long term. And when it first happened, and as you said, his leg gave away, I was quite worried that we might have lost him for a long period there.
One or two moments there, I heard the bench talking to players about sort of shape and systems and this, that and the other. Is that the sort of the benefit of having the lads getting training sessions over the last few weeks?
Yeah, it is, as I said, and I keep saying it, you know, we played too many pre-season games, but we were looking at a lot of people, a lot of squad, you know, somebody that, you know, we need to try and unearth one or two gems, so we had probably too many trialists in the end. So, and the last sort of 2 or 3 weeks has been great because we've managed to get 2 sessions in a week, and you know, when you look at it, we're only getting 3 hours a week with these players. So, but we've worked hard on it. Glenn's been great in terms of some of the stuff that we've had to work on. I'm not sure if we got many corners today. I think we only got 1 corner, which was late on, and we took it short. So it's unusual for us because we do create quite a few corners, and we do get the long throw, which we've not used to our strength today. But as I say, we've also, you know, worked a lot on shape, and when we've lost the ball, how the shape takes place. But also, you know, in the last 10 minutes here, we went to a 4-5-1 very quickly, and we can do that within a system. We have the players that can develop in there. Tom Bender was struggling with his hip a little bit. He got a knock on it, so it allowed him to just defend a little bit more at left back rather than leaving him in a free there. So, as I say, the squad can rotate very quickly. You know, we have worked on a lot of stuff in terms of the defensive side of it. Now we've got to go and make sure that we continue doing that in the next few weeks.
I was going to say, I mean, you want the level of performance that you had today, you'll definitely want that next week against Wildleaf, which is a potential banana skin.
Without a shadow of a doubt, and you know, we watched them on Tuesday against Cole Shorten in the replay, and you know, they've got some pace in the side. They've got, you know, a lot of danger there that if we're not right on the day, you know, they can cause an upset. So I'm not sure how they've got on today, but they've not lost in the league or the FA Cup so far this season. So they're a team full of confidence, and they'll be coming into the game in terms of trying to cause an upset, and it's going to be a tough game, and the only way we can stop that is to plan properly this week, work hard on what we've been working hard on, and hopefully we can take that into next Saturday's game and come away with a victory.
Lovely, thanks so much, Ian. So just a reminder, Saints next in action, that's next Saturday, the 22nd of September, FA Cup second round qualifying, home to Wildleaf, kick-off at Clarence Park is at 3 p.m.